far, we have discussed about different leadership theories because they are important for you to understand how these leaderships can actually help you in your personal development. We were all charismatic leaders, as this is a leader who is naturally a leader and he is not nurtured. He does not have lead skills to be nurtured. He is already in a position where he can share his ideas and people will listen to him. I have given you an example of Mahatma Gandhi. I have given you an example of Mother Teresa. These are all those examples that they are naturally leaders. They are charismatic leaders because people follow them because of their nature. They help people. They listen to people's sorrow. They have humility. They have maturity. They have confidence. And when they say something, people actually do it because of the trust relationship that they have built with their people. So this was all about the charismatic leader. Best practices of charismatic leaders are active listening. They are very good listeners. They listen to people's sorrow. They understand them. And this is why they have this quality that employs a dynamic listening technique. They are patient. They have they cannot form judgment without listening. That's what happens when you are actually judging something. You if you are in a judging position, it's a skill that you must listen to both sides. Don't just judge on one-sided answers. So they have this ability that they patiently listen to everything and then they decide what to do. They have power, they have compassion. Power comes from money because they are willing to spend, they have immense compassion, and they care about their employees, about their needs, about little things in life. So they themselves become the best version so that the people can actually follow them. Work on their communication. Again, it's again the same thing that communication skills are very, very good. The public speaking skills are an excellent thing. Look at Queen Elizabeth. People listened to her. She used to help. She used to care about people. She gave medical for free. She gave education against the taxes people pay. So she became a charismatic leader that people will listen to her. People actually cry because of her. They do not overshadow their personality. They keep their arrogance at bay. He never used to, for example, I would say the arrogance means she did not have a personal life. Really, she could not hold her husband's hand in a public situation. She could not use the words. She had to carry a style, a similar style every time. So these are some of the disadvantages of it. That they have to stay humble and compassionate. Situational leadership. This basically, as the name suggests, means that it is based on the situation. You choose the leadership style basing on the situation. Choose the right style with the right people. You can be supportive. You can be directive. You can be delegating your authority if you see your team is enough skilled. You are coaching where people are less skilled, people are not working fine. You are coaching and supporting by motivating them to do further good work rather than telling them, you haven't done it, you don't know how to do it, you have never done it right. These are some words that they do not use as a leader. In a leader, you would say, yes, we have done something right, but we can make it better. If you do that, you can get even high ends. This is a supportive language. This is more of a coaching. You teach them how to do it. Then you direct them. If the team is following behind, then you are directing them the way to do things. They have two kinds of behavior, a supportive behavior and a directive behavior. Insight. A situation leader understands needs of the employees and then adopt a leadership style. For example, the employee does not know how to work, or if he does, he's not doing it in the right way, then you would have to apply a more coaching and authoritative style of leadership rather than a charismatic. Because even though you have the personality, even though you have the power, even though you have great communication skills, the team doesn't know how to work well. And that's where you are there as a leader to help them to understand that one person can lag behind than the other because of natural abilities, flexibility. A spiritual leader moves seamlessly from one leadership style to another. They build a trust where people say they are not scared of that leader, illustration leader. They will understand that you are there for them. So people trust to share their problems, share how to improve the situation, and this will help the company to run smoothly and achieve high ends. Problem solving. A situational leader who solves problems using most applicable leadership style for current challenge they are facing. Coaching. Again and again, it's the same thing. You can see there's a similarity in all leadership styles. In all leadership styles, we have seen communication on top, except for authoritative, where we can see communication with hierarchy. We have seen a coaching style, almost all leadership, except for authoritative one, because this is the ability to evaluate maturity and competence of the employees and understand that not one strategy will work for all the team members. You would have to understand that there will be people who are slow, but they can work better than others. It's the different skill sets and roles, and that's even though this is the role of management to actually put them in the same category, but still, even though you have the same ability people in your team, you need to understand that they all have different way to solve things. They need different time set to solve things, and they understand different tone of communication to get things done. And that's where a situational leader comes in. He changes his situation, his style, according to what is there, according to what the situation, what the problem is. So if I say you have because you're doing a course where you are basically project management for personal development, you see a situation where one of the employee has done the work the way normal people have done it, but the other person haven't done it really, but he seems to be working on a different thing and achieve new things. He is more creative. What would you do down there? What kind of leadership style would you both adopt?
Rewarding, I mean, transactional,
Okay. Why transaction? Transactional.
because he's done something different from others. So to just to boost his ability and to give him more like he can reward him so that he can do more better work in future.
Okay, that's the way you think. And what do you think, Maha? Okay, well, if you ask me, I would say that when you're answering this question, I would apply one or two leadership. The transaction is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You have done it very well. I would also say I can use a more of a situational leadership as well because one of them has done it in a normal way. So I can coach him as well. And the other one is still struggling, but I see him achieving something different, achieving something new. So I can actually tell him what to do and how to do it. I can actually coach him so that he could become better. So it's like you cannot have one theory or one option. Try to use two or three options. That's why when we see or review a series of students, we see them writing, we are pace setting, we have a coaching style, we have a authoritative style, where it is required. I would suggest to you that even though you have answered me perfectly right, try to use two or three leadership styles so that the examiner understands that this is actually helping you develop, that you need to, as a leader, think beyond one style. You need to understand not one thing will work for everyone. So far, so clear.
Yes.
Great. Carry on.
Yes.
Situations. Okay, these are some of the strengths in leadership. That's exactly what I was telling. They are telling what to do. They are selling, involving, uh, doing a certain development, and then putting the process. They're participating. This is what I was talking about. To achieve something different, they're also there to come up with new idea and make decisions. They're delegating the work so as they understand that people are now able to do the work very well. So it's more of a hands-off approach to leadership, that you know that your team members are elected skilled and they this is a similar task that we do it every day, they can do it themselves. So matching the styles and level. If you have low maturity in your company, your team member is not enough experienced, you would use a telic style. If he has a medium maturity, he has been in the company and in the same work for a period of time. Say, for example, he is a supervisor, he would use a selling style. Then again, if he is more maturity he has, more work experience, more skills he has, more similar tasks he has done. You would ask him to participate with other people and share his ideas and thoughts and help them achieve the work too. If everyone knows what to do, well and good, there is no need to worry. Hands off approach to leadership, give them the work, and at the end, just check what they have done. Now, which skill do you have and which you need to work on? That's what you need to think. You need to actually share this with me today. What skill do you have? I have shared many skills with you. I have shared communication skills. I have shared active listening skills. I have shared coaching skills. I have shared participating skills. I have shared maturity. I have shared humility. Tell me which skills both of you have and where you think you need to work on now because you have understood it in a very, very good way.
Okay, so I think I have communicative skills,
Right? So do you,
and yes, I think I need to work on more like creative skills,
okay,
I
and
can
how do you work on
communicate.
that?
How do you work on that? So I need to get updated with the new technology and the new style of business and leadership that's going on, and come up with like incorporate it to uh, my style of creativity.
Okay. Do you think you would need some kind of comparative studies between two companies
Yes,
to understand how they
definitely,
work?
definitely.
Yes. And
Yes,
if you have a communication skill you think you're very good at, do you have a listening skill?
yes, I do have listening skills.
Do you care about people? Do you care? Well, you are with
Yes.
people. Do you think that you get annoyed or angry with certain people and you just
Even though, even through the years, even though if something bothers me, I've learned how to overlook it and deal with it, you can say, in a way that it's not offending.
yes?
And yeah, I give the other person the chance to speak so that they don't get offended. But then at the end, the decision or whatever, it's supposed to be mine, you know.
Okay, so if the other person conflicts with you and say, no, I want my decision to be here and I want it to be done, then what do you do then?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
So say you want at the end you stay humble. You just told me that you stay humble in your style, and then
Yeah,
you want things at the end to be your way, right?
right.
But if the other person
Mm-hmm.
not listen to you, and
Mm-hmm.
just say that even though you have been very helpful, you listen to him, but he or she wants things to be done their way, then that's what you do.
So then I try to have like a common ground, talk to them, convince them. That's what I'm telling you, communicative skills. That's when they come into handy, so I can communicate with them, and we can come up to a common ground where I can listen and I can incorporate their ideas into what I want to do.
Do you think you can make it better by having power or charismatic leadership style where your body language is enough to make the other person understand that uh, whatever you're saying would be right for the team?
Yes,
Do you
to
think
some
you could use
extent.
more of a body language style? You could use more of a authoritative style. You can use more.
Authoritative, I would not to do so much because it wears off after a certain period of time. People stop looking up to you, and they're not like happy around this kind of
Yes,
environment.
definitely. You will not get happy when this kind of style is used. But as
Yes,
you know a lot of leadership styles now, you are aware of a spiritual leadership too. When you want people to understand you and listen to you, because that's what leadership is all about. Where people actually trust
yes,
you and listen to you. There are some
yes,
hurdles where people don't listen, and especially
right.
when they are at your level. Say, for example, if you are a manager, they are a manager of a different department, and they want things
Mhm.
to be done the same way as they would like, then conflict arises. Then there are disputes. And
Right.
that's where leadership styles become healthy. That's where we see that because of these styles, you actually win. So that's exactly what you're asking. Do you think you need to work on your body language? Do you think you need to work more on your power? Do you think you need to work on humbleness? Do you think you need to work on critical thinking, where you put in critical questions so that the other person understands that no, he is not going to be listened and you are right and he is not right? Do you think you can work on those?
Yes, I think so.
Right. And what is your current leadership style?
Current leadership style would be, I think situational at the moment.
And after, because we have been studying the models for the previous class, which do you think is the best?
I think charismatic
Yes,
when it is
that's actually
charismatic.
I like that one as well. Because
Yes.
you are born with a leadership style, and
Yeah, you don't have to force anyone to follow you. They do it out of their own will.
yes, yes, absolutely. And because of your helping and caring nature, they can do
Right,
anything.
right.
How will your skill and style help organizations' vision and strategy? Now, this is a very, very important question. You know your skills, now you have adopted a style, and do you think that how will this help organizations' vision and strategy?
Okay, so when once a leader has this style that we're talking about, the charismatic style. So
Yes,
the vision is will not just remain his. It will become a vision for all those people who are working and following him.
yes,
Okay, and then whatever strategy that we design,
yes,
uh, they will be willing to not just follow that, even bring in their ideas to make it better.
yes. That's more of a
Yeah,
participative leadership. Yes.
yes, yes,
Okay. So far, you are on the right track. It's absolutely right that this vision will be not only his vision or the organization's vision, it will be the vision of the whole team now. And because of your style, people will actually listen to you and follow you. And if you have achieved the style which is more of a participative or spiritual leadership, then they would actually put in their ideas and make things better. And this will help the strategy along with our organization's profitability. Okay, this is 3.2 that we have discovered. Audit of personal skills. Audit is reviewing of personal skills and knowledge linked to creation, number one, and achievement of organizational vision and strategy. This is so far that we have actually looked into that how your personal skills and knowledge can be more of a creativeness and achieve the vision and strategy of the company. And this is exactly the question would be about. So I'm just going to watch a video. So it's all about knowledge gaps. When you have a skills audit, you understand where you're lacking behind and what skills you need to work on. How it can be performed. It can be performed using face-to-face interviews or through questionnaires. Test the knowledge of an individual intergroup, which helps to understand where they are lacking the knowledge and what skills they need to work on. So how are we going to overcome this? We can actually have training to bridge the gap of knowledge. We can hire few people for that, but because you are only working over your personal development, so the right answer would be get training, understand from others, understand from your people who are working with you, your peers, and from senior staff. In the video, audit of personal skills, that's what we were looking at. So by audit of personal skills, we basically mean understanding of knowledge gaps. This is what audit of personal skills is. You understand where your knowledge and skills are not there of the team and of your personal level. How you would do that? You would do that by interviews. You would do that through questionnaires. That's where you would understand the audit of your personal skills and knowledge linked to creation and achievement. How much understanding you have of the organization's vision and strategy. Where do you think you do not have the information and do not have the skill? You would get training from your peers or from your seniors. You would understand the roles and responsibilities of your organization by listing out different job titles that would require a similar skill set to understand what kind of knowledge is required there, the understanding the skill of each role you are working, the category of job you are set for. For example, when you are a leader, you do not have one job all the time. You have different jobs. Understanding and identify the skills needed for that job is very important. Then evaluating your employees, the skills they have becomes another important point. You can also create a skills matrix to understand your strengths and weaknesses. This would allow you to understand which are your strengths, which you can actually lead, and which are your weaknesses, which you would overcome by studying, by keeping yourself humble, and by getting training, by deeply understanding organizations' visions and having a comparative study of different organizations of the similar nature so that you understand how people have actually solved different problems and remain with the organization's vision and kept a strategy where everyone actually worked in a similar way. The skills matrix would also include your certification, your degrees, the scope of work. By the end, when you would process the result, you would understand what skills would be required to fill in the gap And what skills you can actually ignore and work on. You can say the same also as Baha had just said. You can achieve a common ground and do not need to work on further. But there will be situations where you would, because of the result of that problem, you would understand where your weakness was that you need to overcome. Okay, a skills audit, this is a detail of a skills audit that I have actually listed out for you guys. So this is important. This is exactly a 3.2 that we are discussing right now. It is thematic assessment of your recent skills and knowledge. This is providing evidence of existing or developing competence, the need for training and personal development. A personal skill audit, you can also say this is called a self audit. You perform it yourself. The aim of it is to identify existing set of skills and the need for the kind of skills in the future to achieve the vision. You can also determine through a skills audit uh, whether your employees are still possessing or you need a switch. You need to hire new people. Some skills that can facilitate personal growth are communication, work ethic, trust you. This is very, very important when you're working in an organization. Understanding the ethics, what is right and wrong in the organization. Leadership organizations, problem solving skills are a very, very high end skills. And that's what you need to work on. How can we gain that? Comparative studies, studies of previous problems, issues that the company and organization has faced. Confidence. Without this, no other skill will work. And integrity, so that people know you are an honest person and they will actually listen to you. Once you have started the improvement process, make sure to keep track of your progress. You can do that using a questionnaire, you can do that through apps that are available for you to have audits, skills audit. You can just type it in the Play Store or in the App Store, uh, skills audit software. You will gain high information on that. And I would seriously like you to do that. So some of the question and answers, because we are going to have another session in about 2 minutes. So before that, I'm going to just end this. Review theories of leadership and management and assess the implications for your personal development. That's what your course is about. By learning and understanding these theories of leadership, you will now assess the implication for your personal development, how this will help you to achieve that. For that, you would have to carry out an audit of your own personal leadership and management knowledge and skills. This is why we have so far completed audit skills. Where you, now I would like you both to do one task for me. Write down in a current situation your personal uh, a, a self audit of yourself, where you have your strengths and what are your weaknesses and your skills. In that 5 minutes, please write down three strengths and two weaknesses of your own to understand your personal and this leadership skills you have to actually write down. The skills you have just studied, what you have, what you don't have, and how you're going to overcome it. Use the skills you found in question number 2 to facilitate the creation and achievement of organization's vision and strategy. By this, you would understand that. So far, we have looked at the leadership theories, we have looked at skills audit,